There's so many naysayers right now. There's so many people that are, changing sides, are just, trying to trick you. May have been there in the beginning. We're plants. But what do I think is going on? If you don't know who I am, I'm Karen. I have been researching this since 2015, and I've been keeping it pretty close as to what I think geopolitically is happening. There's a lot of turncoats right now, but usually there is when people start to investigate them and see what they may have done. And so they usually then will turn coat, or else they'll just take some money, like $7,000, like they hear per episode and stuff like that, to turn against what's going on. Those people truly don't have heart. They don't have a conscience. They are people that just want to make money. Like, they're not really in it for the same reasons like you and I would be in it, like for the safety of our family, for the safety of the country, for what is actually going on. So what I started doing is I looked at Donald Trump in the beginning because I hated him. I hated him from the practice. I didn't watch his show. I just thought he was arrogant. I hated the way he had his hair. Like typical people, right? So I had a channel at this time, and I started recording his speeches and that because I wanted to prove how much of an evil person he was. And this was during the time that he was just running for the first time, right? So I'm recording all of this, and I'm watching all of his speeches, and I realize I agree with what he's doing. I agree with the stances that he is saying. And I'm like, why is all these people saying, why is the local news picking out little tiny pieces or just slicing it together, as we found out the CBC did in England, how they pieced together and totally lied about what he was doing and actually added through AI words that he never said. And when I found that, when I started listening to the live of Donald Trump and then later would hear the news, they lied over and over again. And this pattern continued over and over again. And then we got these people that got out there throwing in our face. Like, I've had so many channels taken down just by giving my personal opinion of what's going on. And it's funny that they, giving their personal opinion, have made it to millions of views, but yet I'll get taken down as soon as I get about 200 or 300 subscribers, and they will take out my channel. Why is that? Why is it that my voice is censored so greatly and these ones were promoted, but yet we were saying very similar things? They were set up. They were there to come out at a certain time to divide Trump support, to divide MAGA, to divide this. Okay, they were put there, and each and every one of them are a scum. Each and every one of them are the lowest that you can go. And the reason why they were able to get up is because they have sold their soul. Candace Owen. All of Howdy Doody, Tucker Carlson, even just everybody that you're seeing right now that are coming out of the woodwork right now, they've sold their soul. Completely sold their soul. Because this is what I believe is happening. What I see, what's happening, what Trump is doing worldwide, geopolitically, all of the different countries, is we've had a serious multiple cabals. It's not one cabal. So I'm just saying, we've had multiple, these cabals that have set up all over the world, and they've been given that, and they got into our government, and they got into our news, and they got into all of these different places, and all they ever worked on was what they got paid. If they would do and say whatever it was, as long as they had money in the bank. And that's why we're seeing people, some of these politicians have millions and millions and 20 and 30 million dollars after being representative, a politician for like 2 or 3 years. All of a sudden they are wealthy, beyond wealthy. Beyond anything that you could do. You're going to find that over and over and over again, that these politicians are wealthy. and they don't have an income to have that wealth. And you're going to find that all of these reporters and all of these ones like Candace Owen, David, Nemo and that, you're going to find they're wealthy. They've made huge money. I know that Dave, Coach's Corner, he says, oh, it's really tough right now. My parents we all have elderly parents or had elderly parents. And had to go through what he's going through. But he makes it like as if, you got to help me. Like it's really pathetic. I find it to be extremely pathetic what he is doing. That's my point of view. And I could see that he keeps on pulling you there. He hasn't fully made the transition to completely be a trader turncoat, but he's doing it. He's doing it because he could see the other ones are getting like hammered and he doesn't want to do it at the wrong time, but that's where the big money is in. The big money isn't in Trump's side. You're going to be censored constantly. But if you're a turncoat, you're going to go to the top because they want to stop it. They want to continue to have you as a slave. They want to continue to have Iran people as slaves. They want to make Iran be what it is so that they will have the people at the top, the ones that are, as we are seeing right now, as we see that our taxes do not go to us, to our infrastructure, to the people, to the elderly, to anything, to the homeless or anything, we find out that what they put in the money for the homeless is millions and millions of dollars, and it would have given everything that we gave to Ukraine, would have bought every human being in Canada $500,000 home. Why are we suffering? Because they are doing this to us. And these people want to have that continue because they make their money. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. They want to be the top dog. They want to be the top dog. So they're willing to sell their soul to be the top dog. And they will lie and they will manipulate and they will try to divide because they think this might be the winning side and they want to be on the winning side. And they picked the wrong side because Trump, what I see and what I saw from the beginning, because I was a QAnon. I was a QAnon. I was one that looked at all the things and went and did all the research on all of the posts and stuff. I was one of them. I was one of the first that was looking into this. And what I see is there is a huge military plan going on here with Trump. It's not Trump. Trump's just the face of it, but thank God for it because he's so bold and he doesn't care. And he's had death threats. He's been shot. He's had so many people trying to kill him along the way. And they only do that if you are going to change the status quo, which he is doing. He's changing the status quo all over the world, and it's happening really quickly. It's happening really quickly, and that's why they're jumping on it right now, because they don't want it. There's so much misinformation going on here. They don't want it to happen, right? Because then they would lose their, high standard, and everybody would be at the same standard in the sense that everybody will do better. Once Trump does what he's doing and all worldwide, the things that he's setting up in the United States, like no taxes for elderly, no house taxes, no income taxes, all of these kind of things that he's setting up, free education, proper education, just the way that he wants to set up the government to have it so that man cannot manipulate it and sneak that money out into their own pockets. And so that we will be less taxed. And we will have more of a chance to have new technology and things that will truly help us, like health. We know right now that we have been poisoned by air, by water, and by our food and vaccine. This has been going on for a long time. We are not who we should be. We're not as healthy as we should be. We are not. Once all of those systems are brought down, and that's what you're seeing in destruction. But if he didn't win, if he's not able to take them down, if they do win, you will lose. Your family will lose. Chances are you won't be alive in 5 years, in 2 years. This world will be completely taken over. And that is what he is stopping. What he is stopping is the dragon from